I don't know how many hours he's been on his Xbox today. Do you? Don't really know what his search history looks like for this afternoon. No, I don't know how many hours he's been watching YouTube today. Do you? Those are some of the questions that my wife and I have had in the past, and we wanted to find a better way to manage the devices in our house safely and in a way that would protect our children. And if you've had that question before, I want to bring forth a product today that has been very helpful to us, and we hope it's helpful to you. It's called the Disney Circle. Okay, so this isn't your typical unboxing. Actually, we've had the Circle since March of 2017. So we've had this for quite some time. We've had some initial technical difficulties with it. It's probably 5 or 6 versions past that now. And it's been very stable the last 3 or 4 versions. It was really the first 2 or 3 that were a little unstable. If you had some bad weather or something like that, that would knock it offline. So basically the Circle is actually not a circle at all. It's a little tiny cube. It's not in this box. This is the box that we had. It fits inside that little hole, but it's actually on our network. So you need a computer with an Ethernet connection to be able to connect to that to your Wi-Fi network, and then after it's set up, you can place it anywhere within Wi-Fi range of your router, and it just needs to be plugged in. It's very simple. It's run solely by the app once you set it up from a computer. And so just some of the basic things, I was just gonna kind of read over this. Again, like I said, I'm gonna show you, we're gonna go into our app and kind of show you around a little bit so you can check it out with us. But you can filter content by individual users. So if you set up kind of a little account for each of the users in your house, each of your children, family members, doesn't matter, everybody's on there, okay? And then you can set the level that you want them to receive content up to. So if they're not past teenagers, they can't see any app that's past 12 years old. You know, you can obviously restrict content that shouldn't be coming through. All those types of things that we really love. There's a limit screen time by app, by just total time for all the devices that are registered to that person. They can have multiple devices to their little account within Circle, and so that's very helpful as well. You can see it reports by the minute what they're spending their time in and where. It shows their history. You can literally hit a button and it pauses their internet, which could be very helpful if you know, maybe you know, you're having trouble getting somebody, what's the word, enthusiastic about cleaning something or doing something like that. We have found that useful. You can set bedtime, so at 10 o'clock, hey, anybody on these devices is getting shut down. They're not passing any internet traffic to those devices, and it tells them right on the device itself, hey, it's past your bedtime, time to turn it off. Another cool feature that we have actually just recently gotten into also is called the Circle Go. Now you have some different options with Disney Circle. If you own a Netgear router, they're moving away from their old monitoring system to Disney Circle. They're basically, you're paying the service for that through your Netgear router. We actually just switched from Netgear to Linksys when that was going on, and so we missed out on that completely. But what we were able to do, and that we really found has been helpful lately, is actually called Circle Go. Now this is anywhere between $75 to $100. It's on sale right now for about $75 in the link that we have below, but typically about $100. And that manages your Wi-Fi network at your home. If your children are off that network, then it obviously can't manage them during those times. And so we wanted to be able to make sure that that was something that was being done as well. And so the option for that is called Circle Go. It's a subscription-based monthly subscription. It's $5 a month for 5 users. And it's just been great because it's super cheap to keep my family safe while they're on the go. And so there's another installation process on each device. That's 5 devices total, not 5 people. So you got to pick and choose which devices you're going to be setting those up on. But it's a quick download on their device. You set it up, it sees it, and then it's done. And then it's watching them as they jump on other networks. If it's a cell phone, you can shut down that cell phone completely. Other than phone calls, they can't even receive text without you letting them. So it's very helpful in many instances. I was talking recently with a couple other parents. We were talking about the option to see text. That is not an option with any of the Circle products, and really it's probably only available with your service provider if it's a cell phone. There are ways around it if you're using Apple products to be able to see those types of things, but other than that, it would be your wireless service provider that would be able to help you with that. So we're gonna jump in now into the app, and let's just look around a little bit. You're gonna see this is our actual app. You're gonna see our little ones, and then we've got devices set under the home, you know, smart TVs, Xboxes that are set under the home network. So if everybody's chilling on the couch watching something, you can even limit that to, hey, I only want that on for an hour and a half a day. At an hour and a half, it's just gonna say, hey, I'm not connected to the internet anymore. If you're talking about their devices, you know, you can set, this is how detailed you can get. You can set YouTube time, Fortnite time, and actual website time. If you wanted to say, hey, I only want them on Roblox for 45 minutes, and then that needs to shut down, you're able to do that with the Circle and the Circle Go app. And so let's dive into the app so you can look a little bit. It's very easy to add those people once you get going, so let's get going on that. All right, let's jump into the app. All right, Disney Circle. All right, so there you go. So you can see everybody in the family, as well as you can see the home itself, and that's got devices registered underneath that. You can also see on ours, you have the Go badge on each of the ones where devices have Go badge on it, or the Go app on their device. Okay, so let's just jump in a little bit here. You can kind of manage, you can see every device on this network at any given time. This is what's on the network and what has been on the network. By the way, if you have something that is very picky, like a DVR or printers are very finicky with stuff like this as well. It's very easy to go in, pick that device and say, hey, Circle, leave this unmanaged, don't touch it, and you're good to go on that as well. So no worries with that. So you can jump in, you can see devices. There you go, you can add a profile right there. I don't think there's a limit, but you know, obviously we haven't hit that yet. So to manage it specifically, you can update it, you can see the Wi-Fi strength, you can do the backup so that if for some reason it crashes and it you know, resets completely, you actually have a backup, so you don't have to redo all this stuff. You can reboot it from here, you can reset it. You can even let Disney into it to kind of troubleshoot it. We've had to do that once in the actual circle, and then on one of the devices that was having trouble with the Go app. So let's go back home. So you can see the home devices here. There's 81 devices. You can see the usage, the filter. We leave that pretty standard, you know, for visitors, because this is going to filter things like YouTube, certain, you know, like if you're into hunting and stuff like that, guns and ammo websites. If you go under adult, that's going to shut a lot of that stuff off, so they can't even get to it. Off time you can set, history, you can see all that as well. So let's get into, I'm trying to think if we just had to do a big download on all our Xboxes, so the time limits are turned off right now. But just so you can see, so there's devices, there's an iPhone, there's an Apple TV, there's an Xbox. You can see usage for the days, the filter, and you can choose very specifically here. Just take a look at that, what you want turned on, want turned off. And just kind of scroll through here. If you have a specific question, feel free to put that down in the comments, and I will actually go check it out. Down here at the bottom, you can do safe search and YouTube restricted. That is very, very strict. We had YouTube restricted on, and even videos from people that we normally watch, just, you know, like regular vlog channels. YouTube, I don't know how they do that, but they are able to separate out, and so it's not very, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not very good right now. It's kind of separating out everything. It's being more safe than sorry, I guess you could say, which isn't a bad thing to be. But we were having trouble seeing even the basic stuff that we wanted to see on YouTube. Let's see. Okay, so you can set different bedtimes for every day of the week. There you go. You can see that. Enable bedtime, what time they're allowed to get up and turn something on. If you want to turn on the weekend, all of that is, you can set and update that just like that. Time limits. Let me turn that back on so you can see that. So there you go. Facebook, Minecraft, Netflix, YouTube. Let's see, apps. Oh, no. Where? I'm trying to see. Is it this one? Of course, we turned it off, and now you can't see what I was talking about with like Fortnite, and this was specifically, and I think that's the one, online games there. Fortnite would fall under that one. Any type of Xbox or PlayStation video game would fall under the online games. YouTube has a specific one up here at the top, so does Minecraft. And then you can set that daily, okay, which is really cool. And then you can set the weekend as well. If we save that, then it's going to show you, it'll tell you what their usage is, what their time limits. They've got 3 for the day. It just alert, if you heard that cell phone going off, that was his cell phone saying he was out of time. And then you can set even off times. If they need breaks during the day, you can set those off and on as well. So you'll get messages throughout the day. I was hoping one would come through right now. And you'll get a notification that says something like, hey, Aiden just ran out of internet for the day. He just ran out of Fortnite time. He spent this many hours on it. You can hit reward if you want, and you can extend that if you wanted to, or you know, it's just good information to know as well. Let's see, what else do we need to do? We can take a look at history here. On the device itself, or the devices of whoever's using, well, it's just really just a tablet or a phone. On those devices themselves, it'll warn them when they're at 15 minutes left. So that's helpful. They won't get, if they're about to get shut down in a game or something like that, and they're doing something that you know, is gonna upset them, then they can say, hey mom, dad, I've only got 15 minutes left and I got 20 minutes on this game. Can you extend me? It's very easy to go in and go ahead and just extend right then, or you know, or not. And hey, see that big pause button down at the bottom? You'd hear a lot of people scream right now if I hit that button, but that button right there pauses everybody. But we didn't talk about that. So on the left there, you can see that. Boom, he's paused every single one of his devices, and you just heard that come through saying, hey, you're paused. And then you see that little pause logo on each of the users that are paused as well, or if you pause the home, then it's on the home as well. So, and then you can just hit resume when they finish said chore, or you know, cleaning their room kind of thing. Anyway, that's it for the in-app stuff. Like I said, the device itself, the Circle. Okay, so the device itself is very basic. The hardest part was setting up, getting it on the Wi-Fi network. After that, you know, you saw it in the app. You add a profile, you take a little picture, or you can use a picture from what's already in your phone, and then you just run through that menu that I just showed you real quick. Boom, they're set up, they're being filtered. It's a lot more robust than what we've seen from Netgear. I'm trying to think of the name they used before they just moved over to Disney Circle. It's more robust than that. Linksys, to be quite honest with you, is just failing completely. That's where we're on right now with our router, and so we needed a better option, and this was the way to go for us. It's been out for a while now. Like I said, it's a lot more stable than it was at the very beginning. It's been very helpful to us. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those down below. We like those. It certainly helps us out. This is a new channel. We want to learn better ways to bring good content to you guys, and so we're thankful for you for watching. We hope this was very helpful. There is a link down below. I think it's on sale right now for 75 bucks. I saw a refurbished one online there for 55 or so. I can put that link down there as well. Hope this is helpful, and if it is, would you do us a huge favor, like our video, subscribe, find us on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we've got a gaming channel where Aiden and the rest of the crew are tearing up Fortnite and Destiny 2 and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're just having lots of fun, but we wanted some of this content to be helpful to parents and families as well. So we hope that's helpful for you, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.